John Izuchukwu, famously known as Agu Money, was a man who had everything: wealth, influence, and power. A billionaire businessman in Enugu, his import-export empire spanned across continents. To many, he was a symbol of success, a man who had risen from humble beginnings to dominate the business world. But behind the glittering facade was a man with a notorious appetite for women and reckless extravagance. Agu Money loved parties, expensive drinks, and most of all, beautiful women. He was known to spend lavishly on ladies, showering them with money, gifts, and luxury trips. His name was whispered in lounges, nightclubs, and high-end hotels. Women sought his attention, and he never turned down an opportunity for pleasure. On the night of his death, Agu Money was in high spirits. He had just closed a major business deal, and to celebrate, he reached out to Amarachi Igwe, a woman he had been seeing on and off. "Come over, let's have a good time," he texted her. "Bring one of your fine friends too. Make a suite." Amarachi knew what that meant. He wanted company for the night. 2 women, endless drinks, and fun. She agreed and invited her friend, Uju Okona. Together, they made their way to Agu Money's luxurious serviced apartment in the heart of Enugu. The billionaire welcomed them with open arms, pouring them expensive champagne and showering them with praises. The night was filled with music, laughter, and the scent of expensive cologne and perfume mingling in the air. As the drinks flowed, Agu Money became more intoxicated. The man who once dominated boardrooms now struggled to keep his balance. His voice slurred, his eyelids drooped, and his grip on reality weakened. The women exchanged glances, their eyes darting toward a briefcase near the bed, its contents slightly visible. It was stacked with crisp US dollar bills. The next morning, the staff of the serviced apartment knocked on Agu Money's door for routine cleaning. No response. After several attempts, they opened the door, only to stumble back in horror. Agu Money was sprawled on the bed, motionless. His face was slightly swollen, and his lips had turned pale. Something was off. The police were called immediately, and soon, the investigation began. At first, nothing seemed out of place, no forced entry, no sign of a struggle. But something was missing. His phones, his ATM cards, and his expensive wristwatch were gone. Then came the shocking discovery. Huge sums of money had been transferred from his bank account hours after he had died. The authorities knew this was not an ordinary case. The hunt for the killers. Investigators traced the last people who had been with Agu Money, and surveillance footage from the apartment complex revealed 2 women leaving in a hurry at dawn. It didn't take long before Amarachi Igwe and Uju Okona were tracked down and arrested. At first, they denied everything. "We left him alive," Amarachi insisted. "He was drunk, but he was fine." Uju nodded quickly. "We didn't do anything to him." But when they were confronted with the financial transactions and surveillance footage, the cracks in their story widened. Hours into interrogation, under pressure, Amarachi broke down. "We didn't plan to kill him," she whispered, her hands shaking. "Then what happened?" the lead investigator demanded. The truth that emerged was more chilling than anyone had expected. According to Amarachi, after Agu Money passed out from excessive drinking, she and Uju noticed the briefcase full of dollars. "We saw the money, and we started talking," Amarachi confessed. "It was too much to just walk away from." Uju nodded, her voice barely audible. "We thought about it. And then we realized something. If we took the money while he was asleep, what if he woke up and caught us?" That was when the idea struck them. They grabbed a bedsheet, wrapped it around Agu Money's neck, and pulled. "He was too drunk to fight back," Uju said, her voice flat. "He struggled a little, but it didn't take long. Once he was dead, they used his fingerprint to unlock his phone and access his bank app. They transferred the money in multiple transactions, ensuring it went to accounts that couldn't be easily traced. Then they took his phones, ATM cards, and wristwatch, cleaned up any evidence of their presence, and left as if nothing had happened. The news of Agu Money's murder spread like wildfire. The once powerful billionaire, feared and admired in Enugu's business world, had met his end at the hands of two young women he had trusted for a night of pleasure. The police paraded Amarachi Igwe and Uju Okona in front of journalists, their faces now symbols of greed and betrayal. The case shook the city, a grim reminder that not all pleasures are safe, and not all invitations end in laughter. And so the legend of Agu Money ended, not in glory, but in